Welcome to the John Sandwich Show!
Can't believe
I don't look like Bane anymore when I'm going to be talking.
Swear to God, it felt like I was drinking this beer for 2 hours.
that. And
Some people
it's a scam.
Did it
Stuff.
touch you? Did it touch you?
Yeah, it made me feel things.
Should we let everyone else in on the conversation? If it's too loud, they just turn it down, right?
Perfect sandwich. Beautiful.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the John Sandwich Show. It is I, John Man, and over there we got Mary.
Mary Muffy.
Hey, how is everyone doing today? We are doing great. Mary is very excited about something, and my vacation is ending tomorrow. Actually, technically, this is the weekend, so technically it ended yesterday.
Well, that's not what I'm excited about.
No, that's not what she's excited about.
Yeah.
So I have spent this whole week sheltering in place on my vacation because I had a use it or lose it situation, and I had a great fucking week.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was feeling bad because I really felt like I was like we've done nothing.
Yeah.
Which really, I guess we have done nothing.
We have done nothing, but I think that was what was so great about it, because usually when I go on vacation, there is like an agenda
Yeah.
of doing something.
Yeah, we normally have like
Plans, travel,
projects,
multiple family we have to see.
Yeah. Thankfully, I'm like done with the projects right now. Like I'm at the state in quarantine. I'm on like 42 days or something.
Has it been that long?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I will take your word on it. Yeah, and I got all my projects done last week with like mowing the lawn and yard work
Yeah.
and stuff. So like after that, it was just a fun, relaxed, chilled time.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say?
I'd say.
Yeah. Did you have fun?
I did.
I mean, you were doing what you were doing the week before previous, pretty much, but at least you had some company doing it.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I mean, it's nice to like when I get frustrated with something, you can just take over.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we've done nothing but play Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
Maybe if anybody wants to see our world, we could do like a dodo code or something. I don't know if I'm like set up quite yet to have people like visit.
No, probably not quite yet. And it's still only a 3-star island, so don't get too excited.
I know.
We've only spent 2 weeks on it.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit 4 stars next week for sure, though.
You think so?
I think so.
Yeah. I mean,
You don't think it's that good?
I think it's good. I just don't know if those cobblestones, they're
Mhm.
like the ones you downloaded, if, like we'll explain it in a second,
Okay.
will count towards the dodo score, or if it's just going to count towards junk on the ground.
Oh shit. Which that's something I don't understand because like it tells me to decorate and put stuff out, but then it gets mad at me because there's junk outside.
Yeah. It's a confusing system. But so I'm a little I don't know about that part, so I guess we'll see. I mean, we could check it today, see if it's changed since you.
Yeah, so I guess
all
they
that stuff
come tomorrow to inspect. That's why I was like getting my house ready. Because they inspect your house too. Like the homeowners association inspects
really?
your house.
Oh, so it goes up every week. It's not a daily thing, it's every week.
I don't know. That's just what what's her name at the announcement booth?
Isabel?
Isabel said.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know. Yeah.
All right. Well, I guess we'll find out tomorrow what star of an island you have.
Yeah.
So, what else has been new in the game, like, since the last time we've talked? Last time we've talked, you didn't get your new museum. The new update came out.
Yeah, I got the bug guy yesterday. That was pretty cool. So we did some farming. I got 2 new rooms on my house, so that's
Nice.
exciting. I'm going I blew off. I shouldn't say blow off. I denied plans, which we shouldn't be doing anyway, you know.
Well, I mean, granted, we are in a shelter place order.
Yeah.
So, like, blowing off plans is, it's okay now.
Well, I didn't have plans, but I was asked to spend time with family, and I'm going to an exclusive animal swapping or Animal Crossing swap event. So
That's going to be fun.
yeah, which those are like kind of exclusive, I think. Like you have to like know people that are willing to put it on.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's the thing. I mean, anyone could really do it, but it's, like you said, knowing people that are willing to put it on,
Mm-hmm.
you know, get the time going and set up like their island for the trading post and like all this stuff.
Yeah, because you have to like set it all up,
Yeah.
right?
And then
Okay.
kind of organize the situation to where, you know, you pick up, you drop, like this is your stuff or what have you.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not exclusive. It's just, you know, knowing somebody that's willing to put in the time to do it.
Exactly. Which I mean, I would be if I like later, but I'm hoping tonight's will provide fruitful.
Yeah. I mean, it should.
I'm gonna try to take like my best stuff
Yeah. I mean,
because I can always rebuy it.
that's what a furniture swap is for.
Okay.
Is taking like your best stuff. And well, from the sounds of it, you're not actually losing your stuff.
No.
No. So, I mean, take your best stuff.
Yeah, and I can rebuy anything that was a leaf.
Yeah.
So it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah. So that's kind of basically what we've been doing all week is playing Animal Crossing. Like, honestly, I took a shower a couple days ago. right?
Yeah.
I haven't even put underwear on. I'm still wearing
Oh my
sweats.
gosh, that's so funny.
I've worn less underwear this week than I probably have in my whole life.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, we've pretty much just like vegged out.
Yeah.
That's it. We've ate a lot.
Oh, yeah. A
Like,
lot.
'cause John's here to cook, so.
I think we've had, like, every day I've cooked a big-ass breakfast and a dinner that we weren't really into because we were still full from breakfast,
Yeah.
which is kind of a bummer. But,
The carbonara?
well, just all my dinners kind of fell through because we ate so much for
Yeah.
breakfast. And we're late breakfast eaters.
We are. I mean, we ate breakfast at like noon today.
So, like, all of our dinner plans have kind of fell through just
Yeah.
because,
I don't know. I like want weekends off with you now.
yeah, it's been pretty
After
great.
This.
Yeah.
Like, it's so nice.
Might as well. I mean, after, like, you open up and everything comes
We'll
back
see.
down, you know, you could take
Yeah.
weekends off.
We'll see.
maybe.
We'll see. Everybody out there, what have you been doing to place the time? Is anybody playing Animal Crossing?
Because that's what we've been doing.
That's all we've been doing. Well, I mean, we've watched a little bit of TV too,
Yeah.
but not much. Other than that, like we've just.
And we did do a little bit of themed because we were supposed to
Yeah,
be in
Disney.
Disneyland,
Yeah,
so
we
did
did
some
themed.
themed
Yeah.
snacks. Like I made some corn dogs, which are really good,
Yeah. And Dole Whip.
and Dole Whip floats, which was
Yeah.
really good.
We didn't quite follow through with all the.
No, we got lazy.
We did get
We're like
lazy.
sitting on the couch, and then all of a sudden, it's 9:00 at night.
Yeah, it's so true. I don't know. I guess that's really all we've done is Animal Crossing and eat.
I've experienced tabletop games, a Steam game.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
You've been
so,
playing board games.
Yeah. One of mine and Mary's really good friends. We have a little board game group.
Yeah.
So it was really cool to have the week off and be able to play board games the whole week without even leaving the house,
Yeah.
which has been amazing.
Which can we talk about? Like if there's any gamers out there, like throw a high five or something in the comments.
Like board gamers or just gamers in general?
Either, but specifically board gamers. Like, okay, so if you are a video gamer, give me a smiley face. If you are a board gamer, give me a hands up, like emojis. So we were gamers all around, I guess you could say, board gamers and video gamers. So I'm regretting that. So we spent the entire year last year, January to December, playing Pandemic Legacy.
Yeah.
And it's pretty like eerie how accurate like it is as far as pandemics go and the spread, and then a hot zone, and then it like how the hot zone expands right next to it. Like it's quite interesting, like how the board game plays out as far as like epidemiology actually goes, and the
like
accuracy.
crossing borders and like or cutting
Yeah.
off borders and this and that, and no fly zones.
Yeah, and I don't want to like give too much away, but there's definitely a lot of twists and turns and character development as far as like your characters themselves.
Yeah,
And
good guys ended up being bad guys. This and that. A stupid president doesn't know what he's talking about. Jokes, guys, jokes. Yeah, no, it is crazy. Even the game's main virus
Mhm.
sounds like COVID-19 because it's Coda.
It was Coda.
Yeah.
Was it Coda 19? Coda.
It's Coda something, or the Coda V or something like that. So
We got to look this up.
yeah, so it's the Coda virus in Pandemic Legacy, and it's the COVID virus in real life.
Okay.
Which is, like, so eerie.
Pandemic. Oh.
Yeah.
Legacy.
Mary, you've been playing too much games because Wendell and I have been talking about this for weeks now.
I know, but I've been like legit just in like virtual reality world
Yeah.
for whenever you got me that game. Which, can I tell you that I was like totally fighting getting it because, well, I'm unemployed. Let me be 100% honest. So $60 on a video game right now is like, not a good purchase.
Yeah.
Well, best purchase we ever made. Like, honestly, for me.
Before we got it, you were fighting me because you didn't want to spend the $60.
Yeah, it was the money.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and when you're unemployed, like, well, in all times I'm like that though. Like, I definitely like, you know, I'm a budget person. That's why we've been fine. But $60 when you're unemployed is kind of a lot.
Yeah. So Mary's been unemployed for 42 days, and she just barely got unemployment benefits this last week.
It's code of 403.
Code of 403. So pretty similar.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that game, actually, right now, if you have a board game group,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that would be a perfect game
To be playing right
to
now.
be playing in this
Yeah.
pandemic, especially the legacy version. I
Yeah.
mean,
For
the original
sure.
game's pretty fun.
Yeah, but I liked the Legacy,
Yeah. The legacy was definitely,
like where it's at.
yeah, it was the best one. But I guess that might be hard over tabletop games.
Yeah.
Like the,
Yeah, because
what
like
we-
you gotta tear stuff up. And...
yeah. But yeah, so me and Wendell and I figuring out tabletop games, which has been
Awesome.
so much fun because
Yeah.
I think the first night we played, we ended up playing for like 6 hours or something like that.
Yeah. I want to play with you guys, but I don't think I have the attention span to play over computer like that.
Yeah, probably not. Well, stuff. Yeah, it is kind of hard, but that's why we're on the Discord server, so we're still
Yeah.
talking to each other,
Yeah.
you know, which has been fun, man. Like, honestly, I didn't think that playing board games online could be as engaging.
Yeah.
It's a different type of engagement. It definitely
It's
is.
true.
But it's just as fun. Like, honestly, I feel maybe we're a little bit more focused on the game because we're not sitting there
Like bullshitting.
bullshitting.
Yeah.
You know, like we had the screen in front of us and then we're to the side. You know, so I think it's like we actually play the game more.
You're a little more focused on the game, you think?
We're
Oh,
more
okay.
focused on the game. We're still bullshitting and everything.
I don't know. I just feel like I can't. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll do a game with you guys and see if I can focus on it.
Yeah. So if you guys haven't tried it out, if you guys have Steam, go check out Tabletop Games.
Not sponsored, by the way.
Well, nothing's sponsored on this podcast.
Ever.
So, come on now. Yeah, check out
We're not
Tabletop
that
Games.
cool.
Yeah, we're definitely not that cool. Go check out
yeah.
Tabletop Games on Steam. And it's pretty much just a virtual board game simulation. It has like a table. It has pretty decent graphics. You could get a lot of free games from people that have created them. And you could also buy like from the creator their tabletop games, which I'm sure have way better mechanics and graphics and all that stuff. But it's been amazing. Like, I've really, really thoroughly enjoyed it.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that you guys were able to do that.
Yeah, me too.
Because I mean,
Honestly.
so we we do board games probably like once a month, realistically, right?
Yeah, well, yeah,
because of
with
our schedules.
Our schedules are, we do have a small board game group,
Yeah,
but you're a hairdresser,
yeah,
I work, and Wendell's a pilot.
yeah. So it's kind of like our schedules just don't really mash up.
No, especially since Wendell became a like full-time captain
Yeah.
on like with his
Exactly.
own route and stuff.
Maybe you should make sure it's okay that you like give personal information about him like that.
He's been on the podcast talking about it.
Okay.
It's not like I'm telling
Yeah.
what airline he works for.
Yeah, it's true. Which, by the way, anybody listening to this or joining or new people, I'm not normally on the podcast like through the whole thing. I'll do like a Murphy Minute a couple times a month on their podcast, but I'm just filling in while the guys are gone.
Yeah, we're sheltering in place. We still have we're taking care of the live stream.
Yeah,
the live shows.
yeah, we're doing the live shows. They're still uploading like them,
Yeah,
but-
they're just Discord talks and chats.
Yeah.
So
which I come in randomly.
yeah.
So,
Yeah, everyone knows about the Murphy Minute if you've downloaded and listened to
yeah,
our
like with
podcast
your
regularly.
followers. But I'm not like consistent. I just want people to know.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I mean, but
Yeah.
you know, maybe people are going to demand the consistency.
Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to demand the Murphy Minute, feel free to like virtually rally for me, I
Yeah,
guess.
Hit us up on Twitter and be like, "We want Murphy."
Yeah. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Make my day. Do that.
Yeah. Mary's the boss, and she knows it.
What do you mean?
I don't know, just in every situation.
Like the boss? What is that supposed to mean?
You're my wife, of course. You're the boss.
Well, yeah, for you, for sure. But I want to know, like, I personally like to engage with the live chat, and I think that's why I don't get on the podcast too much because I get so damn distracted. Anyway, so I want to know what are you guys all doing? What are you guys doing to pass the quarantine, shelter in place, stay in your house time? Are you guys cleaning? You guys watching TV? Any good series? Video games, board games, puzzles? Oh my god, I saw a Disney puzzle that was insane. It was like their entire hallway.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I have the patience for a puzzle, but not like that.
Well, a puzzle is hard because you're doing like literally like one thing.
Yeah.
You're searching for pieces, obviously. Right?
Yeah.
With a video game, there's different things you could do. Like you could go shake a tree, you could go build a house, you could, in this game, you could go travel to a different island and visit your friends. But the puzzle, you're just like sitting there, which I guess, it could be fun. Like if like we were if we were puzzle people and we're sheltered in place, it'd be nice to open up a bottle of wine and do half a puzzle or something like that.
Yeah, I guess we're like much more virtual people.
Yeah, well, that's our generation.
Yeah.
I
mean, we've done puzzles before. It's not like we did that.
I haven't. You did.
You didn't do that with us? You didn't play?
Well, a little bit until I got really bored after 5 minutes.
Yeah, but that one was hard. There was a lot of black on it.
Yeah.
A lot of black.
Well, I mean, puzzles are supposed to be hard.
Yeah, I mean, I was into puzzles for a minute, huh? I did like that button puzzle and the Disney puzzle.
Yeah, I guess so. I guess you and Jillian were better friends at like doing that type of thing.
Yeah.
I'm definitely more of a move around type person.
Although we've done nothing but sit on the couch.
I mean, but like either move around in a video game or move around outside.
Yeah, it's true.
I like to feel engaged and not bored. Like I get bored super quick.
It's true. What's the social media for this? Do you guys only have Twitter? You don't have like an Instagram or anything like that?
No, I do not. We do not have an Instagram yet.
Well, I guess I'm not that into Twitter, but I'd love for people to like engage on Twitter.
Yeah, I mean, we get some every now and again. Yeah.
I want to be like, oh, answer me this, and then.
Yeah, I guess that's what the
I know this really isn't my thing, so I guess I shouldn't be so. Like.
No, it's okay.
Let's engage. Let's make new friends.
I mean, I guess
who's playing Animal Crossing? Give me your dodo code.
Yeah, who is playing Animal Crossing? I think the live stream is definitely cool, but I think it still needs to be like a podcast because people that aren't in the live stream don't understand. Like they think they might maybe, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying is like for people that are maybe like listening to this tomorrow.
Oh yeah.
I still want to know what they're doing, if they're playing Animal Crossing, what shows they've watched. Like I want to know.
Follow the John Sandwich at Twitter, and then that way Mary can know what everyone's doing.
Yeah, like I need to know. So even if you're listening to this, say like 2 weeks from now, I want to know what you did. Like, what did you do to pass your time?
Yeah, hopefully hopefully things are starting to get better by 2 weeks.
Oh my gosh.
That'd be nice.
So I'm starting to order personal protective stuff, right, for work. So if you're new, everybody, I'm a hairdresser. And what it's looking like our requirements will be like coming out of this and being able to go back to work is if you've ever seen somebody prepping for surgery, that's what our uniform for work's gonna look like. So plastic gown, face masks, face shield, double gloves, like it's like, oh my god, like what we have to do to perform a haircut is gonna be kind of surreal, really. Like honestly, I think it's gonna be quite emotional.
Yeah, it scared the shit out of me. You're not going to be doing little kids cuts for a while.
No. Oh my gosh. Well, probably, like, I won't take any new clients at all. I'll only take my customer.
You say that now. You've had so many new client calls only because they're searching for the one person that's open, that's breaking the law.
Exactly.
You know what has been kind of fun, though?
What?
Is after the first few weeks of you telling your clients, I'm not coming in. Mm-hmm. I'm not doing home hair. Like, this is very strict. I'm not risking my health. I'm not risking your health. And I'm not risking my license and all that stuff. Yeah. It's fun for your clients to now call you and be like, all right, I did something. Yeah, it is fun. I FaceTimed. Like, by the way, like, my hair is totally grown out. I have my glasses on, no makeup. I don't even know the last time I brushed my hair, if I'm going to be totally honest. And my customer calls me this morning because his wife's cutting his hair, and I totally FaceTimed with him, and like,
helped walk him through that haircut.
Yeah.
So
It was pretty fun. It was funny because you know, just your guys' conversation. He's like, "Well, no, that one might be a little short," or just like the laughter of him trying to grasp
yeah,
what you're talking about.
yeah.
You know, it was so funny. And then another one of your clients tried to do a fade up and just ended up buzz cutting
the hair. Like, I wish I could post these pictures up on the podcast. Like, I mean, it's been funny and good, and I wish, like, I need to just focus on my good customers instead of the ones that are annoying me.
Yeah.
Right? Like, of course, I have the one that's called me, like, every week I've been in quarantine, like, basically waiting to see when I'm desperate enough for money to do their hair.
Mm-hmm.
Which, let me tell you, it'll be a cold day in hell before I'm that desperate ever again in my life.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like,
Oh,
there was a phase of life where I did do home hair, but I'm not there. Like, I'm a true professional now. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's when I was, like, learning.
Yeah.
But, and then, you know, I have the clients that are like, I'm going to get clippers. It's going to be easy. And then I get a message of, like, oh, my God. This is so hard. How do you do this? And I was like, yeah, it's not like...
Well, that's a little degrading too.
Yeah.
You know, thinking, oh, your customer's just going to buy this really nice set of clippers and think that the hair is just going to turn out perfect.
Mm-hmm.
And once it does, it's like, oh, this is why I pay you.
Exactly.
I didn't realize how hard your job was until I tried to do it myself.
Exactly. So it's been good, honestly. Like, I'm thinking about upping my prices.
You should, especially after all these people have tried to cut their hair and they can't.
Exactly. I mean, as a general rule,
Supply
my
and
customers
demand.
have been great.
Yeah.
I just have a few that probably are going to get booted.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. I am really enjoying the collage of bad haircuts, though.
Me too.
Yeah.
I wanted to show you this lady while we're... So I have a client who, she was due the week that I got shut down. Like, I got shut down on a Monday, and she had an appointment on Thursday, and she was already 5 weeks in to need your hair done, and she just barely texted me and was like, I can't handle it. And it is bad.
Oh, yeah, that is bad.
Yeah, she's like, I tried. I can't.
Is she going to box color it?
No, she's going to order color from Amazon, which is fine. Like, honestly, I don't... At this point, I'm telling my guys, like, you might as well buzz cut your hair, because by the time that I am going to be able to cut your hair again, like, I'll be able to do whatever you got going on.
Yeah.
Maybe not my customer who tried to cut his own hair and used beard trimmers, and now it's like, I don't know.
It's super short.
So short.
It's like what I usually...
John's bald.
I'm bald, so I usually cut mine to the small, like a 0 or double 0.
Yeah.
And this guy used beard trimmers, which is practically to the skin.
Yeah,
Buzz
like,
cut
it's
his hair.
close.
Yeah.
It's close. And he normally gets, like, I mean, you're not hairdressers out there, maybe you are, but he normally gets, like, a 4 on the sides, which would be, like, 1.5 inches long. Like, it's normally fairly long. And on top, we, like, leave it a couple inches, so...
Yeah. Yeah, so he usually has your standard white businessman haircut.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You know, just a little bit of a comb.
Yeah.
You know, longer sides, no
Yeah.
fade.
Exactly.
Do a buzz cut.
Yeah. Do a buzz cut. It doesn't... It actually kind of looks good on him, though, to be honest.
I think he looks better with the buzz cut than... I mean, he is going bald. And it's not like he's trying to hide going bald
Yeah.
at all. I mean, he's getting a cut that fits his hair
Yeah.
for his balding. It's no comb over or anything.
Yeah.
But I think it looks better than like his longer haircuts.
Yeah, I think we might do like an in-between. I don't think he's like quite at buzz it stage, but I do think we'll start giving him a shorter haircut now.
Well, he was worried about work, which I don't understand because he wears a hat.
For work.
Yeah, because he was worried about like going back to work and then having like that professional looking haircut.
Yeah.
You know, but he wears a hat.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Or maybe he's not the type to wear a hat.
I don't know. I think they have to.
Do they? But
Yeah.
anyway, so I was a little curious about that, which maybe I'll ask him.
Yeah, I'm curious too.
But yeah, it's been really fun. Like, you know, even though there's been a lot of terrible things that have happened,
Yeah, it is fun. Like,
it's fun. People starting to realize is like, all right, everyone's serious. Everyone's sheltering in place. I'm not getting my hair done. But the good news is no one else is getting their hair done too. So let's embrace what's going on
like
right now.
now's the time. Like I'm having moms give their little boys mohawks that they would have never done that before.
Yeah.
And so I love that because it's like they get to have mohawks and think they're so cool. And I mean, even like Keeks still talks about the mohawk I gave him when I was in hair school and I used him for competition.
Wow.
Right?
That's cool,
Like,
yeah.
so I don't know. It is fun that people are at least embracing it. All you out there, don't bug your hairdresser to cut your fucking hair.
Yeah.
Like, don't. Like, you will be put to the very bottom of the list.
Well, that
Just
is-
gonna let you know.
That, and it's not fair to them to,
No.
you know, be put in a situation where maybe they do need a little bit of money,
Mm-hmm.
but to risk their careers for a haircut. Like, don't put them in that situation. That's not fair on them to even, like, think about it.
Yeah, and I'm
you
not
know?
sure all around the world. I can tell you that we're in Washington State in the U.S., and it's a misdemeanor. You lose your personal license and your professional license, and it's $1,000 to $5,000 fine depending on who writes you the citation.
Yeah.
So, like, that's big odds. And, you know, I think part of it, too, is people before this also didn't realize, like, how big of a deal our licenses actually were.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
There used to be just a piece of paper.
yeah, and they're like, oh, you did hair.
Mm-hmm.
So it'll be interesting to see the other side of this for sure, and how much more hairdressers are valued or not valued. I mean, who knows?
Yeah, maybe these stay-at-home moms just watch a couple of good YouTube videos and all of a sudden they have a master's. You never know.
Yeah, I mean,
It could happen.
YouTube University.
Yeah.
I mean, I've learned a lot of things on YouTube. I'm not going to discredit it, but
I've learned everything on YouTube.
you know, like hair is an art form, so you know there might be people who are just generally gifted and understand like angles and elevation and directional movement. Like if they're a little artsy to begin with, they might understand those things. But you know, it's funny because I've had a customer be like, "Can you send me YouTube videos?" And I'm like, "I'm not like the YouTube videos I sent you. You're not going to understand."
Yeah.
You know, like it's as far as like directional movement, and this is where the calic goes, and you need it to go this way, so you point and cut here, and you hold it at a 90-degree angle here.
Mhm.
Like you may understand the terms, but you're not going to understand how to apply them.
Yeah. Well, it's just like I go on YouTube to figure out how to work on some of my Jeep. You know, sometimes if like there's something I don't know,
Yeah.
but I get a step-by-step walkthrough. It's like super easy and simple. I don't, you know, I see it, I do it, it worked, okay, but I still don't call myself a mechanic.
Exactly.
You know what
Like
I mean?
you'd still, like if we could afford, you would still rather just take it to a mechanic.
Afford.
Like a mechanic for some of these things.
Oh,
Like
yeah,
I'd
yeah.
love to just
Yeah.
take your Jeep and tell somebody like, this is the list of things we want done.
Yeah, I mean, for one, I don't have most of the equipment
Mm-hmm.
that a real mechanic has. Like, I have your basic standard tools,
Yeah.
your everyday man tools, but I don't have like, you know, like hydraulic jacks or stuff like that. I don't have a fucking motor mount
Right.
or whatever. I'm not a
Right.
fucking mechanic, so I don't need that stuff.
Exactly.
You know, but if money wasn't an issue, yeah, I'd probably just take it to someone and be like, just do it for me. Like, I
Yeah.
love driving Jeeps and I love tinkering with them and I like doing basic stuff. But there's some stuff I'm just not going to do. Like, to be quite
Exactly.
honest. You know?
Exactly.
And so you could kind of apply that to like what's going on right now
Right.
with these moms trying to do hair.
Exactly.
You might get like the basics of
Yeah.
some stuff.
Yeah. But, you know, is that,
But they're not hairdressers.
yeah, exactly. Like maybe down the road, is that lug nut going to fall off because you didn't have the air torque to put it on, you know, or whatever it is. I don't know if that's even like on the same parallel
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
analogy there.
The analogy's there.
Yeah. Okay. I know nothing about, I mean, I do know stuff about cars, but not like super. Anyway, yeah, you know,
I'm a
honestly,
pretty basic bitch when it comes to cars.
if moms want to still cut their kids' hair, great. Like, I doubt it though. Like, kids are way better for me than their parents, especially the kids I have, because they know I don't. This sounds bitchy, but I run a pretty tight ship, honestly, as far as my business goes. So.
Well, haven't you even told customers that have naughty kids is like, listen, if he doesn't straighten up in 5 minutes, I'm not cutting your kid's hair.
Yeah, I've like set my tools down in the middle of a kid's haircut and said, "Do we need to be done?"
Yeah.
Just it's not safe. Like, let me just clarify, it is not safe. Like, I have sharp implements, and if you're moving and screaming, and you're like, and then moms like want to hold their kid's head, and which makes it worse because then they want to fight back. And honestly, sometimes I have to like have the parents leave so that I can be like, not mean. I'm not mean. I'm just like, do we need to be finished?
You're stern.
Oh yeah, stern. Like, and they get like a candy and a sticker and all this stuff when they're done. I definitely do like positive reinforcement with them, but there is an expectation of how you act in my chair, and if you can't act that way, I'm not going to cut your hair.
Well, it's just like some kids just don't respond well to their parents. Because they can get away with anything.
Mm-hmm.
But when somebody else and their parent not in the room, they'll
No.
respond very well.
Exactly.
It's kind of like responding to a teacher.
Mhm.
Your kid may be like super good for a teacher.
Mm-hmm.
They're just a completely fucking asshole to their parent.
Exactly.
You know?
It's all about how you, like, at least in my experience in the salon, it's about how I approach it. And obviously, like, I also, for like my customers who are bringing their kids for their first haircuts, right? Like, I tell them, bring your son, your daughter with you to 2 appointments before we do their appointment. Like, I want them to see dad get his haircut. I want them to hear the buzzers, feel the buzzers. I let them spray the water bottle. So I do like a whole acclimation process. It's not like I just like take a kid off the street and I'm like, fucking sit there and be good.
Yeah.
But I'll let them, like, if it's a little boy, I put a cape on him and be like, oh, look, you're Batman. And that's not even at the appointment for his haircut. That's just at his dad's appointment.
Yeah.
So it's like getting them used to the weird things. Like, clippers are loud. They're scary. They're coming at your head.
Yeah. So at like a little bit more of maybe a personal and sentimental note, you've been doing hair in this area for close to 10 years.
Yeah.
And you've been doing some kids for close to 10 years.
Yeah.
Do you feel like them being in your chair, like no matter how insignificant it is, if it's helped shape them into like young men?
Oh my God, for sure.
I
don't know, especially with like my I have a family, right? And I do that family and their best friends' families, right? So I have a group of boys that I cut their hair, and they were all best friends in high school. Like, I got invited to their graduation party, and I got set at the table with the boys.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
And then, like, in the speech, like, they thanked me personally. Like, I was one of the people, because they talked about the village. And, I mean, it was, like, grandma, the other parents, and Mary.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So, in fact, the last conversation I had with the one, I call him little boy. He's, like, 20. So, let's just talk about that.
So, you've probably been doing his hair for about, what, 10 years?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I was like, he's really at the age where he's starting to date and get serious with, looking for a wife. And I'm like, listen, like, I have to meet whoever you decide, like, you want to propose to before you do that. And he's like, well, duh. Next year, I will have known you half my life, Mary. And I'm like, oh my God. So I'm definitely, like, emotionally invested in my customers.
Yeah. And it's really cool to see, like, some of your boys growing to young men. I mean, because you're gonna see them through when they were going through their troubles in middle school, high school, and all that stuff. Sorry, we don't do call-ins just because the audio quality is not very good.
Yeah,
sorry about that.
But feel free to type a message. I'd love that, and like I'll respond to you. Like, feel free to comment. Like, I love when live chat engages.
Yeah, so it's really cool to see like these young boys get into manhood and all this stuff. And you've been there like every single step of the way.
Yeah, I definitely love it. I mean, like, I've had families offer for me to be their chaperone. Like, one of the same family group, like one of the little boys was going on a band trip. When I say little boy, he was like in middle school and the parents were going to be there. This sounds creepy. Yeah. I guess if you don't know, like, genuine intentions, but his mom asked if I wanted to come with them, to be a chaperone. Now, I don't go have family dinner with them. Like, it's not, like, we are not friends. Yeah. Like, they haven't called to check on me on quarantine. I haven't called to check on them. Like, we literally, like, our whole relationship is around hair, and that's it.
Yeah.
But I think that I'm an adult to their boys. Mm-hmm. But I'm a cool adult because I make them look cool, and I'm, pretty fashionable, and I go to rock concerts, and I play video games, and, like, Like, I have all the little boys, like, on Switch. Well, one of them on Switch.
Yeah.
Like, that sort of thing.
Well, it's really interesting being a hairdresser and being the husband of a hairdresser. It's like you're always the fly on the wall. You go through, successes, failures, divorces, promotions,
Yeah.
demotions, firings.
Deaths, pets.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you hear it all from your clients.
Yeah, like their
there's
entire
nothing-
life.
There's nothing they don't tell you.
Yeah,
They'll tell you stuff they won't even tell their therapist.
exactly. It's like, I don't know. I don't know. It's good we're talking about this because I was really, 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 well, and I still am. Let's just be totally honest. Like, I love my people, but I don't know if I can continue to do it. Like, the bad apples have gotten to me this quarantine.
Yeah.
And then also, like, just the quarantine and what I'm going to look like going back to work. Like, I'm not vain. It's not the vanity of it. I don't, like, if you saw me right now, you'd know I'm not vain. It's like, hopefully I can emotionally handle being so suited up.
Yeah.
It's a human interaction. In fact, they say that, like, aside from dentists and doctors, we are the only human interaction, like, as far as touching goes, outside of, like, massage therapy, which not that many people do massage therapy, but we're like a mind, body, spirit profession. Honestly, I think we should be, like, totally placed higher as far as, like, being respected and valued, but maybe we will be after this.
Maybe. Well, it's kind of like you're almost like the chiropractors of doctors.
Yeah, exactly. We are.
Like, chiropractors get no respect in the doctor world.
Exactly.
And you guys, you may not be like trained therapists or psychiatrists or anything, which you don't claim to be.
No, definitely
You
not.
know.
I have, like, I have a therapist that is a customer, and I've asked for, like, pointers because I'm a very opinionated person. So if you're like, oh my God, my neighbor cut the bushes too short, like, I'll give you my opinion and, like, what I think you should do. And I just want to make sure, I've asked, like, how do I give guidance without, like, imposing my will on other people?
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
What would they have to say about that?
It's been a long time. I don't know if I implemented it.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just kidding. No, it was like, it was more of like, Mary, like, you're not a therapist, so, like, it's okay for you to tell them what you think. Like, you are not responsible for their actions.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I guess that's where you get kind of, you're off the hook in that aspect then, right?
Exactly. I mean, obviously, like, I'm super tactful and professional. Like, I would say 90% of my customers don't even know where my political views lie.
Yeah.
And
But you know all of theirs.
oh, for sure, right? Like, for sure. Sorry.
Is your meeting happening soon?
No. I have a customer that it's actually their birthday, and so I need to.
Saying hi?
Yes.
Well, that's sweet of you. Yeah, it's crazy. It's hard. But I think, you have been really affected by the bad apples this time around, like, especially in this, this circumstance and everything.
Yes.
But I think once you get back going and, like, the good apples start coming in,
like, all my peeps.
yeah, like the people that you really care about, and it's not like you don't care about some of your clients, but
No. And it's funny because, one of them that's making me freaking insane, like, I actually really like.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's tough for sure, but it's just one of those things that, hey, what's up? How you doing?
Yeah, exactly. Like, if you want to call me to check on me, that's fine, but don't call me to ask for, for a haircut. Like, we're in shelter in place right now.
Yeah. So, I definitely think once everything gets, calmed down and everything, the good apples will come back and you'll just love your job once again. And
Exactly.
it'll be a lot better for you.
Exactly. It's just, I don't know. It's been tough.
Bad, yeah.
And honestly, like, the regulations, I just feel like are
Bad role models. Where are you from? Where are you listening from?
Above my pay grade.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where are you at? What have you been doing the past quarantine?
We've been playing a lot of Animal Crossing.
Yeah. I'm gonna go to a furniture swap tonight. I'm stoked. I'm so jealous. I want to be in Canada right now.
Oh, so
Oh,
you are
man.
busy.
Yeah,
busy,
you
busy.
are doing schooling, and how old are your kids? I want to know that. What are you doing to keep them occupied?
Yeah, I mean, that's going to be so tough. I mean, being a stay-at-home mom, 2, 6, and 8. So
Oh my gosh.
2 of them were in school, and then they got booted out of school. So now you're just, oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, boy, so, man, I do not feel bad.
Oh my gosh.
Or, sorry, I feel bad for you, but I do
Yeah.
not envy your situation.
No. Oh my gosh. Your house is probably just crazy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh my goodness.
I couldn't do it. Yeah.
Hopefully you have a yard to like send them out. And
Yeah, you're like northern Ontario, so is it still cold, or is the weather getting nicer up there so you could up and over?
Ontario's East Coast, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Good.
I believe so.
Yeah.
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 That's good.
That's good. Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. Can you imagine? Well, I guess you can imagine because half of it was still through winter. So yeah.
I'm taking up. Yeah. I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
what a.
So have I.
Yeah.
I'm drinking right now. I'm
Yeah.
drinking a good Irish Death from Ellensburg, Washington. It's
Yeah.
a nice little stout. That's what I'm drinking. What are you drinking right now?
Yeah. What are you day drinking? So there, except for it's not day there. It'd be 5 there.
Well, it's yeah. It's still during the day.
Yeah, that's like evening though. That's totally acceptable time to.
Got
Can
your
I just have a
Strongbow?
sip of that?
Yeah, you may have a sip of this. Yeah, so we were just talking. Mary's a hairdresser, so she was talking about her clients and everything, and how she's been
Yeah.
dealing with quarantine, dealing with some of the bad apples.
Yeah.
We talked about some of her, boys that she's groomed into men or helped groom
Mhm.
into men because she's been cutting their hair for like 10 years now. So
Mhm. Well, so the one bad apple, it's to be expected from him.
yeah.
I think the one that really got to me was the person of the law.
Oh yeah, that is tough. So tell this story for our listeners, if you don't mind.
So, I mean, if you're listening to this podcast, but if recorded, then you'll have heard this. For new people, in Washington State, which is where I live, it is a misdemeanor, loss of business and professional license, and a $1,000 to $5,000 fine, depending on who writes the citation. Well, I have a police officer who is a customer who texts me and is like, "Hey, are you doing black market haircuts? I need a haircut real bad." I'm like, "No, it's a misdemeanor." Like, it totally did. And they're like, "What? Oh my God, I didn't know it was a misdemeanor. We're not really enforcing that."
Yeah.
And it's like, you're just trying to get a haircut
Yeah.
is what's happening.
Of course you're enforcing it because Inslee even said the day after to the people to the police officers saying they're not going to enforce this stuff. We're going to make you enforce it.
Exactly. Yeah. I can't talk, Kylie.
Yeah.
I'm confused. No, that's what I'm saying is like, it's just this one bad apple.
Yeah.
Like, it's like you just want a haircut. That's all you want. Like my other police officers, I have more police officers. He's not my only one. Haven't even bothered me. In fact, I have another customer with uniform restrictions that just ended up buzzing his own hair. So it's like, I wanted to like send that picture to him and be like, don't trust him. Don't trust police officers. It's hard. I mean, honestly, I'm quite frustrated about it. I don't know. Anyway, so I've only really had like 3 or 4 bad apples. The rest have been great.
Yeah. I mean, you've had like the ones that are calling you repetitively every single week. Are you doing hair? Are you doing hair?
Yeah, which
I'm the first. I'm first, right? I'm first. You're doing hair.
Which, by the way, you're going to be last if you do that to me. If
Yeah.
you're one of my customers listening and you're bugging me to cut your hair, you're going to be last on the list.
Yeah. So don't expect to get your hair cut till July.
My first on the list is going to be like my biggest supporters.
Yeah.
You know?
And you know who you are.
Exactly.
You're the ones not bugging the shit out of Mary right now.
Exactly.
So, bad role models. Have you played any Animal Crossing? Because we've been obsessed the
Yeah.
last
What
2
about your
weeks.
boys? Yeah.
Yeah.
You got them playing Animal Crossing? You'll thank me later.
Yeah.
Or hate me later, depending on,
One of the two.
yeah. Depends on what kind of mom. Fortnite, yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
That's a good one, though.
Yeah. I can't get into it, though.
I will say I try to get into Fortnite, but I am terrible at it.
Yeah. Not
Like
very
I
good
tried
at it.
to, I was never good at it. Never really got into it. Maybe I just don't like the cartoony graphics or the way the mechanics of the battle.
Cartoony. We're
Well, like-
playing Animal
Well,
Crossing.
If I'm gonna play a shooter, I want it to be more realistic or something like
Okay,
that.
more like a Black Ops or.
Yeah, so I don't know.
I know. I played Plants vs Zombies, which is obviously.
You're more of a cartoony gamer.
Yeah.
But yeah, dumbed down GTA. I could definitely see that. Yeah,
We haven't
I-
played GTA in a long time.
I haven't. It's because I used to play with like a group of gamers, and then once they
Mhm.
stopped playing, I just never really got back into it.
Yeah.
And then I will admit, I stopped playing GTA right when Heist came out. So that was like 3 years ago. So I have missed a majority of the good, like all the good stuff that came out.
Yeah.
Like all the good DLCs and all that. But
Yeah.
we had a gaming group and that fell apart, so it just wasn't fun anymore.
Yeah. Well, and GTA is kind of, I don't know, it's fun for a long time. You can invest a lot of hours into it, and then there's a point where you're just,
I have everything.
yeah.
And that's where I got, like right before Heist, and Heists were like the big thing. And before they came out, I already had everything. I already had all the money, so I just got bored with it. And I
Hmm.
just never came back.
Yeah. So that's something I'm thinking. Sorry, I'm obsessed, you guys, right now. Like, obsessed with my game. Like, I kind of feel like now that I have that huge loan on my house in Animal Crossing, like, now that it's my last room, like, there's no point in paying it off.
There's really not, unless you can't customize your house without paying it off.
See, we should have customized before I got the extra room. I don't know. I'm so excited about my furniture swap.
Yes, Mary does curly hair.
Yeah.
She does curly hair, straight hair, no
Yeah,
hair.
but I want to clarify, like, I'm not a curly hair specialist. If you, it depends on your coil pattern. As to if I send you, I have a girlfriend who is a curly hair specialist. That's all she does, and she really understands. Yeah. So, like, you're, on the live chat, they said that they're mixed race, and it is hard because, so you have a completely different curl pattern than just, I don't know how else to say this, but say a white girl with curly hair and then a person of color with curly hair, right? You have like a combination of the both. So your coil pattern is not like a kink tight coil, but it's also not like a loose wave. And so finding somebody who specializes specifically in curly hair is super, super helpful. Ontario. I wonder, I might be able to.
She might do a little research. She knows hairdressers, not around the world.
Wait, did
but-
she say CA, or is she in Canada or California? Are you in Canada or California? Sorry. Canada. Okay.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess, do you have a specialist yet? Have they been doing your hair poorly? Or-
Yeah, like I'm curious about that. The Diva Curl specialists are really, really good. I don't love the product. Like, I don't think you should get sold on the product. There's a lot better. No black people here. So sorry, it's just funny. I wish you lived here. I got a couple girls I could hook you up with, but let me look. Canada.
Yeah, she's doing some research for you, if you don't mind. Yeah, so I mean, because she's pretty much talked to hair companies and hairdressers around the world. So at least a lot in this country. She's traveled this country like through and through,
Yeah.
like for her business and stuff. So
Yeah,
you're a little knowledgeable.
Well, semi. Well, it's hard because a lot, like my interconnections are a lot more like states, obviously.
Hmm.
So what I would look for, honestly, is like a Diva Curl specialist. Their products aren't great, but the training, the cutting training that those girls get are really good.
So what was it, Diva Cut?
Yeah, it's called a Diva Cut. But don't I really like right now I'm in love with the Marrakesh leave-in. It's really nice because it's like, especially where you're mixed, you still need a little bit more than a normal person, but you don't need as much as like a full colored person. So honestly, that'd probably be a good one for you. Yeah. Yep, that's normally how it goes. Lots of hair.
So what does the Marrakesh do? Is it
It's
just
a leave-in.
leave-in?
It's a CBD based, actually, like a hemp oil based,
Yeah.
and it's really, really good. Hold on, I need to turn the
and
cedar off.
curl gel? Do you have a curl gel? No.
Well, the ones I like wouldn't really be that great. I was gonna say like the Curlbaceous, but it's like a sea salt, which does a totally different thing than what they're looking for,
Oh, gotcha.
and without like actually like touching, feeling, seeing the hair, it's hard to give like a specific. Like leave-ins are a little easier because like you're just talking like moisture level, and your hair with that is only gonna absorb as much moisture as it needs. It's differently, so.
She's basically Beyonce curl.
Hey. Honestly, I would just use like extra leave-in at that point. If you have that curl, it's, you know, if you're worried about like the frizz, it's really just about moisture at that point.
Yeah, well, good to know for sure.
Yeah, I think John's gonna color my hair.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to. So, I'm a little bit different because you are also an instructor.
Yeah.
And you have practiced all of your instructing classes and everything on me. And I'm the type of person, if I went to hair school, I would piss off on the instructors because I already know everything.
Exactly.
So I am basically an overeducated person
Yeah.
on hair that doesn't do hair.
Exactly. You're like you know enough to be annoying.
Yes. Yeah, it's like Neil deGrasse Tyson says, know enough to know that you're wrong.
Yeah.
I am that with hair.
Yeah.
I know enough to know if I'm wrong or if I can't do it.
Yeah, exactly. Or if it's good haircut or bad haircut,
Yeah.
but not enough to necessarily like fix it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Actually, one of my really good friends, we actually did, I actually cut their hair. I did like a skin fade up.
Yeah, it was pretty legit.
It wasn't that bad. You know, for my first skin fade.
Yeah, not bad at
Yeah.
all. Well, especially since to be honest, like your skills are mainly in like women hair, not necessarily like a men's hairstylist.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, it's because I've been doing your hair for years.
yeah, so it's totally different.
And, you know, but I've had like the best training.
Yeah, it's true.
I could have. It's not like I'm just watching YouTube videos. I am full on getting hands-on training from an instructor that I live with.
Exactly. Sometimes I really wish like it was more economical for you to go to hair school. Like if your career wasn't as good as it is, I would send you to hair school.
Yeah, just so we could tag team it.
Mm-hmm.
Or just so I could do your hair better.
So you could do my hair better for sure.
Well, because that's what's tough with you. Like, you like a really specific haircut and you like it cut in a specific way.
Yeah.
You could perform the haircut on other people, but you have a really hard time of getting that haircut done yourself.
Right. Well, and I'm like at a point in my career that I can feel what's wrong with it without seeing. Like I don't even need a mirror. I can just like feel it. I'm like, I know there's a hole here, or I know there's a chunk here.
Yeah.
You totally live chat said they want to go to hair school. You totally should. Honestly, like
it's been really good for you.
Yeah, it has been good for me. I've been bitter and a little cranky about it like during this whole quarantine, but it has been good. You know, I think it would be great for you, like especially you know, moms. It's great because it's super flexible once you know you get your clientele established and you're able to really kind of make your own schedule outside of Saturdays. I will say like Saturdays are pretty much a must in life.
Well, that she's already like she has a niche. You know?
Yeah, exactly. And your niche, like honestly, my girl Monique, she's in the same building as me, and she does mainly ethnic hair. So if they're ethnic or mixed, I send people to her, and then if you're a white girl with super curly hair, I send them to Natasha, because I'm really more of like I've done it all, but I've really kind of specialized into like thinning men and a men's specialist. So like that's really my niche. But yeah, definitely like my girl Monique, like she works 7 days a week and is always full. Like I get there at 7 a.m. on Saturdays. She's already finished her first customer as I'm showing up. So,
well, you know, I think if you go into hair school like as a career and it being
like,
something,
treat it as a profession.
Treat it as a profession. Treat it as something like you could get really into and learn it and understand it and live it. That's when people really do great at being a cosmetologist.
Yeah,
or
exactly.
Hairdresser or whatever you want to call it.
I mean,
you know?
You can't go into it thinking like, oh my God, you know, I don't know. It's hard. I don't know.
Yeah, it is tough because people think...
You have to be committed.
Well, yeah, because I've seen and known plenty of people that went to cosmetology school and just couldn't handle it.
Yeah.
or didn't like something about it.
Yeah. And if you're a me person, you can't either, because it's about your customers all the
Yeah.
way.
You know, so you have to go into it. You know, people think it's just going to be a quick dollar. It's not. There's a business. Every single salon you go to, there's a business building aspect to it.
Mm-hmm.
And then, like, to really completely understand your industry and be able to cut really great hair and not just shitty $5 haircuts for the rest of your life.
Exactly. Well, and I think that's something they need to teach more in school is more like business building.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I
Honestly.
absolutely agree. Because you've got a great education. When you graduated your hair school, like, they were one of, like, the top 5 in the United States.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
top 5 hair schools
Yeah, I
in the
think they
United
were like
States.
top 3. Which, but by the way, like, I totally undervalued my education.
Yeah.
Like, I couldn't imagine being at a shitty one. Because it's like, you know, it was really, I'm surprised they were that high ranked, because they're in, like, a smaller town,
Mhm.
like, not even a metropolitan area.
Yeah.
They're just really high ranked, and, you know, that state has, like, I think they're second highest for, like, hours, too.
Yeah.
Like, the regulations are a lot higher than even here.
Yeah. Well, it's crazy. And I think they need to teach this in, like, most school is business building, relationships, like, you know, networking.
Yeah, and how to talk. Like, my
How to
customers have
talk.
never heard
Yeah.
me swear.
Yeah.
Most of my customers don't.
It's like the
you know?
business basics. Like, I
Mhm.
think every school should have a requirement, even, like, you know, hair school stuff is like business basics. How do you
Mhm.
network? How do you professionally talk to people?
How do you do a profit and loss statement? How do
Yeah.
you market?
How do you elevator speech? Like, how do you do
Yeah.
all this stuff that's going to get you through to the next level? Because it took you a long time to build a really good client base.
Yeah, and it took me a long time to build that elevator speech, because before I would just take anybody and everybody, and now
Yeah.
I'm really selective about what customers I take on.
Yeah.
And not as like an exclusive thing, but more of like a, hey, you tell me your hair needs. If I'm the best person for it, I'll take you on. If not, I know specialists, like people who specialize in exactly what you're looking for. You know, it's like, if you're looking for a flat top, I ain't your girl.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
If you're looking for, you know, gray coverage, regular root touch up, great, I'll do that. But I'm good at balayage, but I don't want to do it. So
Yeah.
I'm not your girl.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, you have the patience for some clients, but most of the time it's like you'd rather be a men's specialist.
Yeah. like that's my,
You know,
like,
and
my
not sit
niche.
there and not saying the customer's bad, but like do a 4 or 5 hour haircut.
yeah, I can't. It makes me
You
nuts.
know, talking to the same person for 5 hours because,
Yeah.
you know,
I don't even like talking to you that long.
I know that's why
We're at 57 minutes. I'm like, is this over?
I know. Such a stickler. Yeah, you know, so I mean, I think it's just about all about understanding.
Yeah.
So-
I do need you to respond to this though. I have a
It.
text
I didn't even read it. It was distracting me.
I know. Sorry. So I have my phone. I normally don't bring my phone with me, but I'm really excited about my event that I've mentioned like 50 times on this show.
Yeah,
Sorry,
yeah.
folks.
Yeah. So I guess
I don't have a life. My life right now, this is literally what my life has boiled down to. I have plans on a Saturday night to go to a virtual reality swap meet
for furniture, high-end furniture.
for furniture. And not furniture for my house, furniture for a game.
I don't know.
Persistence.
It is persistence. It's annoying. Sorry. One of our friends is
Just
Yeah.
keeps texting me.
just keeps texting her. So,
But
but-
obviously we're doing something right now.
yeah.
So.
But yeah. Anyway, so just trying to. Sorry about getting distracted right there, guys.
Yeah.
Sorry about that. Anyway, what you guys drinking? I'm drinking my last
Yeah.
beer right now.
Yeah.
It's Irish Death, about 6.8% alcohol.
I think it's 8.6.
8.6. Oh, maybe that's why I had an upset stomach last night. It could have been all the bad food though.
Yeah. Oh, and John's been on like this fried food
Yeah, I really have.
like kick. I think because we just had the fry grease out, so then he like just kept using it. So we had like corn dogs and then fried burgers. Like,
Yeah.
who the fuck?
Yeah, so yeah, I did corn dogs first,
Mm-hmm.
and then I made fried chicken, buttermilk fried chicken.
Yeah. Oh, that was so good.
That was really good.
Yeah,
and
that
then
was
the
so
next
good.
morning I made breakfast, and I made fried cheeseburgers with
Yeah.
eggs, which honestly it turned out pretty fucking
Yeah,
good.
it was good. I think it was just like a lot of fried food back to back to back. It's like, wow, your tummy was upset.
Probably that, and we've eaten a lot. Well, I think we've eaten potatoes every single day this week
We have.
since Saturday.
John believes potatoes are a vegetable. Oh my god, you guys definitely at this. I settle a debate for us.
Yes.
Oh my god, I hope you get like a bazillion ads.
Yeah.
Are potatoes a vegetable?
Yes, it is.
They're a starch.
You know, potato.
Mm-hmm.
A vegetable in my, both of our vegetables.
Bagel,
in
bagel.
my, bagel. How do you say bagel? Do you say it with a
With a eh or a eh?
bagel? Do you say it with a bag or a bag? Bag or bag?
But you know what? It does kind of make sense that it would be bagel because of how it's spelled.
It really does. Yeah. I wonder, do New Yorkers say it right?
Maybe.
Bagel?
Is that where bagels?
Well, because if you look at it, a beagle,
Yeah.
it's spelled with an E.
Yeah. Are they?
Yeah, so no, beagle would be a beagle.
Yeah.
And you don't say bagel.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. I guess we'll figure that out on the next episode.
Did bagels originate in New York? Where did bagels come from?
Bagel? Yeah, I have no idea. I think they're super popular in New York. Maybe they did originate in New York.
All right. Quick Google search.
Yeah. Where did bagels or bagels come from?
Yeah.
So I'm assuming if they came from New York, and if that's how New Yorkers call it,
Yeah, then it would be right?
Then it would
And
be
we're
right.
wrong.
yeah. But I don't know, if you're a English professor from somewhere in Britain, maybe bagel is the way you're supposed to pronounce it. So I usually go by the British people and how they pronounce things because that's probably the right way of how to say it.
Oh, okay. So they originated in Poland,
Mm-hmm.
and they spelled it Beigel, and it came out of the Jewish communities.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
BEI. So it would be bagel.
Yeah,
We just spell it differently here.
yeah.
We spell it wrong. So maybe New Yorkers, they are saying it right the way it's spelled. Bagel.
How it's spelled, yeah, but it would be bagel because that's how they say it in Poland, and they came in the 19th century. So
So they've been around for a while, huh?
yeah, it didn't really come mainstream till the 70s. They said so.
Like the 1970s?
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's what it says. 19th century.
Anyway, I like bagels or bagels.
Yeah, me too.
I also like the dog beagles.
I like that.
There's also a potato chip called Bugles.
those are okay.
Those are disgusting. Like, okay. I haven't had those since I was a kid, and I had them a few months ago, maybe a year ago. And obviously when I was a kid, it tasted good, but I had it, 20 years later, and it was fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
I hated it. It's like the pizza rolls. So you bought me pizza rolls because Mary,
Yeah.
like if we buy freezer food, it's usually junk freezer food. We don't
For
buy
you,
it
really.
for you, and we don't buy a lot
Well,
of
I
it.
buy bagel bites.
You buy
For me.
bagel bites, all right? You buy bagel bites,
Yeah.
and I never liked them as a kid, and I don't like them now. So I asked you to buy me pizza rolls one of these nights, and you did, and they're fucking disgusting.
You gotta eat them.
I do, but they're fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
I thought they were great as a kid, but I can't stand them.
Yeah.
They're disgusting.
But Hot Pockets, you still like Hot Pockets, right?
Yeah, I still like Hot Pockets.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, ham and cheese.
But we don't really eat like that junk food.
No, we don't eat a lot of junk food, and that's what's hard. That's what's hard about freezer food, is because it's in the freezer. I probably won't eat it unless
Yeah.
I'm like desperate and don't want to make something.
Yeah.
But even like as a, I don't know, midnight snack, I'll still make a couple eggs and put
Yeah,
on a
you'll
couple
still
pieces
like
of bread.
cook.
I'll still
Yeah.
cook. God, we're getting old.
We are
There used to be a
old.
point in time to where we couldn't fit enough stuff in our freezer,
Yeah.
and like the bottom half of our refrigerator was
It's,
pretty
like,
much empty of just like water and soda.
Yeah, now it's like totally opposite.
Yeah. Like we have all this fresh food and hardly any freezer food. The only freezer food we have is like vacuum sealed meats
Yeah.
that we use
Or
for
soups or
or
things
soups.
that we cook.
Yeah, because I do big batch soups.
Yeah.
Oh man, I love my last broccoli soup. That shit was delicious.
It was good. I mean, obviously, I personally like the ham soup.
Yeah, it's more of a hand chowder, but
Yeah.
it's still good.
I think when we thought we should put beans in it.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
I could try it out. Do I normally put beans in there? And I usually do just to appease you, right?
The beans?
Yeah.
No, like we've never had this conversation.
Well, it's because I usually just put the beans in there just to appease you because I don't like beans in my soup.
Oh, well then don't put beans in.
Well, but if it's better, I'll still put beans in the soup. It's fine.
I mean,
What's up, Moni? How you doing?
I
You know,
don't know.
I don't know. I like food.
Me too.
I ate a lot of food this week. I think I'm gonna have a reality check next week when I go back to work,
Yeah.
and it's like 2:00, 3:00, and I'm fucking starving because I just didn't have like a big ass meal.
Yeah. So that's like when we've been eating.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be hungry a lot next week.
Yeah, maybe make sure you have like breakfast at least like Monday and Tuesday before.
Yeah, I'm definitely not looking forward to going back to work. I know, like that sounds super snobby right now because there's a lot of
Okay,
people
but
not working.
let's just like just in case people are new.
Yeah.
John is considered an essential employee, and he's
Yeah.
worked through this whole thing. And
Like
we
more
had
hours.
more hours, extra days. Like, we can't talk about specifics, but but he had this week scheduled for a vacation, and it was a use it or lose it situation, so he used it. So John's not actually in like quarantine or shelter in place or anything. Like, he's just on vacation. So
Yeah.
him going back right now is a lot different than like all of us who's been off work.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure if I was off work like you were, like for 42 days, I'd be looking forward to go back to work.
Yeah, like, I don't know.
But I don't know. I'm thinking I could use another week of this.
Yeah, because like this was truly a vacation for you because you have worked through this
Yeah.
entire thing.
And I've had a great time, Like, I didn't really think.
I don't know. Your first day was a little rough.
Yeah.
As soon as you figured out, like, this is it. Like,
Well, Well, you had to think too, like you said, I haven't been in quarantine like you have.
yeah,
So like every day I'm doing something, and then on the weekends I'm making up for stuff, like whether it's yard work or stuff I need
Right.
to, like stuff I need to do,
mm,
like here and there. So like the first weekend, like I did my yard work, and then I was like, what do I do now?
yeah,
And I did go a little crazy like the first day and a half, 2 days.
yeah. And then by Monday, you like finally settled down. And
Yeah.
you're like, okay,
Yeah. So this is what we're doing. It just took me a
Yeah.
little bit to settle into like
Yeah.
being lazy, because I've
Yeah.
been go for, when was my last vacation?
I don't.
September.
Yeah, September.
No,
But
my-
even when we go on, like, our normal vacations are like
Yeah, but
go.
my last vacation was in September, and I was in Disneyland.
Yeah, so totally different.
But so it just took me a little while. But I will have to say, like, I had a great time this weekend. Or
Yeah.
this whole last week. It's been fun, just sitting around doing nothing, relaxing. Just reminding myself that I still need a new couch and a new bed
God, so bad, so bad.
because they're so fucking uncomfortable.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. All right, guys, we are gonna give our closing music.
Yeah. I got-
It's about like 2.5, 3 minutes long. So if you have any random questions, we'll,
random question.
So
Do you have a random question for me, John?
I don't, but I could look one up. If you
Yeah.
guys have, Casey Beebe just entered the studio.
Oh, we're ending it. Casey Beebs. Random question time. You got 2 minutes and 50 seconds to ask me a random question.
Yep, random question. I know you should have came in sooner, man.
Yeah, Casey Beebs.
I don't
I'm
think-
going to a furniture swap on
I-
Animal Crossing.
I really don't think Murray would let me extend this podcast.
No, we got stuff to do.
20 minutes.
I don't know. Is that a thing? Like,
Yeah.
I'll give you 10.
All right, 10 minutes.
I'll give you 10.
We're going to take that away. What's up, Casey? She is one of our really good friends for our other podcast
Yeah.
listeners out there. She has
Yeah.
just entered the
live chat.
What is up? What's going on?
Yeah. What are you drinking?
I heard your work is going to make you start going back to work.
Yeah.
I'm drinking Irish Death
I'm drinking water.
and drinking some of my Irish Death.
I got plans for my day.
Mm-hmm. By the way, you could ask them, you could tell them if they want to come over at 4 and have a beer in the driveway, they can,
Yeah.
but we're not going over there. Plans, social distancing plans? Yes. So Mary has a virtual furniture swap meet on Animal Planet or Animal Crossing.
Yeah. Oh, now I got you saying it
Yeah.
too.
Full Sail Hazy IPA. That shit is delicious.
It is delicious.
Yeah, so she has a furniture swap meet planned here in the next hour or so. She's super excited.
Yeah.
Her eyes have not. She's tried really hard to focus on this podcast.
Yeah,
but
I have tried.
Her eyes have not wandered very far from her phone.
Yeah, because I'm waiting for like the invite.
No.
So
yeah, Casey, you missed a really good podcast. We had a lot. We've had a lot of good listeners tonight, today. You know, Bad Role Models wants to be a hairdresser.
Yeah.
She's sheltering in place with 3 boys, which is terrible situation.
yeah, I can imagine. I'd lose my dang mind.
Are you still quarantining with your friend? Is that what you're doing there,
still
Casey?
quarantining. Need to know.
Are you out and about? Are you breaking rules? Casey?
Can I say, can it be our driveway?
And say for 1 beer for like a half hour. Of course not. That's good. I heard your work's going to make you start going back to work. Did you read that? I think starting like May 1st. Yep. So does that mean you're going back? Or are you going to take the leave? Yep. Anyway.
That good?
Yeah.
Back.
You'll probably go back. Yeah. I mean, it's probably good, though. They're going to give you a little bit of a raise, and it'll probably be good to not be quarantined, right? Get back in the groove of things. Make a little bit of money. Actually, you've probably been getting paid this whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been getting paid?
Exactly.
I finally got unemployment.
Yeah, so...
For everybody that's followed us this whole time, I'm
Yeah.
42 days into quarantine.
You got unemployment last Monday, so at like 37 days?
I got it Wednesday. So
Oh.
whatever it is. I don't know.
So like
whatever.
39 days. Yeah.
I got unemployment.
Yeah.
It's the minimum, but fuck, at least it's unemployment.
Yeah.
At least it's something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a bummer that they gave you the minimum, though.
Well, I don't pay in, so
Yeah,
I'm
you're true.
very grateful for
They're-
any assistance at all.
So do you think they're going to change the law to... No
Fuck no,
stimulus?
I ain't got my stimulus check. Listen to this. All right, I'm grateful for unemployment.
Yeah.
Next breath. So I pay the IRS every year, and they don't have my quote unquote banking information, so they can pull money out of my account, but they can't put it back in.
Yeah, we've paid every year for the last 6-7 years.
Yeah, like 7 years,
When was the last time we got a refund?
like 2008.
Okay.
But for real, like it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a long while.
Yeah.
Well, like we've paid taxes since about 2008, 2009.
Yeah,
So, yeah, and they don't know how to put money back in.
for sure. I think it's been like 8 years since we've had a refund.
Mm.
So
Yeah, pretty much since I started Cloud9,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Which that was 2011.
Mm-hmm.
So 2010 would probably be the last year I had a refund.
Yeah.
It's a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So no, we have not got our stimulus check yet, and hopefully we get it next week, maybe.
Yeah. Like
Mhm.
John put the information in,
Yeah.
so hopefully.
Actually, the weather for the first time in a week is not raining.
Yeah, it's not bad out.
It's super windy though.
The cherry blossoms are blooming and they're really pretty.
Yeah.
But they make us sneezy.
Yeah, they do make it sneezy. What was I going to say about? Oh yeah. So do you feel like since you haven't been paying, you are getting unemployment right now? Obviously, you're getting the minimum because you don't pay in.
Yeah.
Do you feel like they're going to make you start paying into that type of stuff?
Yeah.
Like the state,
Mm-hmm.
they're going to force businesses to start
Mhm.
paying into Social Security and stuff like that.
Yeah, which I honestly, well, I pay into Social Security.
Not Social Security. What is it?
Into unemployment.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a bad idea.
No.
No.
No, I don't think so either. So can you personally pay into unemployment?
So it has to do with how your business is structured. So I'm going to talk to a lawyer and a CPA after on the other side of this.
Gotcha. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
start paying into unemployment?
Yeah, I mean, the way I'm going to structure it, I would.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Might as well. You know,
yeah.
probably up your insurance so they'll actually cover something like this.
Joke's on me. If I had listened to our financial advisor and not been such a lazy ass,
Mm-hmm.
I'd be getting a paycheck through this whole thing.
Yeah, that was bad timing.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
because we switched all of our financial statements into a new company
Yeah.
and started a new.
Which I need to email them back.
New
Speaking of being
investment
lazy
profile.
and learning my lesson.
And the guy was like, "Well, if you did this, like, if you were ever hurt or for any reason you can't go to work,
Yeah, and it was like $40 a month.
yeah, you'd get a paycheck." And Mary's like, "No,
I have a savings account.
Yeah.
I don't need to pay into that shit.
we're gonna start paying into that." No.
Probably not, just because I am so good at saving.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
You are. Honestly, you're as good at saving as my dad, but you allow people to spend money.
yeah, like I wouldn't like let anybody go without.
Yeah.
Not that he lets them go without, but I've definitely seen your mom like put water in her mascara because your dad wouldn't buy her a $5 mascara. So
My dad is the definition of a penny pincher.
Yeah.
I've talked about this on the podcast before. Definition of penny pincher.
yeah,
He is a tight ass. I'm surprised he could take a shit. That's how tight his ass is.
exactly. But yeah, so for those kind of things, like, okay, so let's talk about life insurance. Like,
Yep.
I have the discipline to put your monthly premium into an account and not touch it.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So for me, I'm like, it doesn't make sense to just pay this company to hold on to my money, basically.
Yeah. They're thinking like this isn't gonna happen, so they're never gonna use it.
Exactly.
Type thing. But then,
Yeah.
and that's how all insurance is.
Yeah.
You are paying, and they are accepting this potential
As a what
loss
if.
as it's never gonna happen.
Exactly.
That's why term life insurance is so cheap when you're young,
Mm-hmm.
because they're not expecting anyone to die between 25 and 59.
Exactly.
You know, they're
Yeah, like the statistical odds of it.
yeah, and that's why they cut it off at 59. You have to get a new plan because, well,
Like
the
your
average
odds go up.
your odds go up.
But so like for right now, right? Like you're young enough that I have the financial discipline to just save that money.
Yeah, but I also have a life insurance policy. You know,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean,
You do.
and they're good to have.
Yeah.
So,
No, I agree. Like everybody should have life insurance. That's not what I like. I'm not making an argument against it. I'm
Mhm.
just saying like for those sort of things, sometimes it's hard for me to like really be sold on it because I do have good financial discipline.
you do, you really do, and I think it'd be different if they were taking that $40 and investing it.
Exactly. Like
Because you're more the type that like instead of giving you $40 for an insurance if I lose my job, how about I just give you an extra $50 and you invest it?
exactly. And then like let's go ahead and put this into like an S&M bond or
Yeah.
you know whatever.
S&M. Ooh,
Well,
kinky.
it's the it's a stock, but not S&M.
Yeah,
but,
yeah.
you know.
So we have like our investment profile. Like
Yeah.
all of our money goes into an investment profile.
Right.
And,
Which, and by the way,
yeah.
we're not rich people. Like we're just doing the best we
But
can
when
with
we
the
are
finances
rich,
we have.
when we are rich,
Yeah.
So that has been an ongoing joke in our house right now because Mary hasn't worked in 42 days. I'm the sole provider.
Yeah.
I am the decider.
I am the decider. Which, by the way, like I've always been breadwinner.
Yes, Mary has always been breadwinner.
Like not being, I'm not saying that to be an asshole,
Oh no,
but I'm just saying
I've
like,
talked about this plenty of times on this podcast. I am completely happy with having my wife be the breadwinner. That is fine with me, as it should be. More women need to be breadwinners.
yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So I'm the breadwinner right now. I was getting to a point.
Oh.
Well,
I don't know
what were we talking
I
about?
have no idea.
I don't remember. Fuck. Oh yeah. So we have a lasting joke about
Yeah. Oh, when we're rich.
when we're rich again. Like that means when Mary's working again. When we're rich again, I'm gonna buy money. I'm gonna spend money on this because I don't get my allowance anymore.
Do you even remember any of the things?
No, because I say so much.
I will say couch is on that list.
Yes. Oh yes. Couch, bed.
Yeah.
There was a.
Actually, Casey Beebs, do you want our couch when we
Yeah.
get a new one?
You just have to come pick it up.
Yeah. Oh,
It's free.
that shut it down.
All right. Anyway, we're gonna put on the music.
Oh no, I was saying that shut it down. Sorry.
Oh, did it?
So-
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, I get where you're going.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess
Yeah.
you still have like a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I still got like 4 minutes.
Yeah, still 4 minutes.
Yeah, 4 minutes to go.
I don't know. Maybe I'll break Mary from her cage tonight. Maybe she'll podcast again. Maybe,
Yeah, I mean,
maybe
we
not.
got to see about my event.
Yeah.
That's number one priority right now. I'll pass on the couch, but thanks for that. You don't. I'm all offended now. I don't want the couch. I hate it, and I'm like, you don't want my couch?
You don't want my free couch?
It's not good
What is
enough.
wrong with you?
You can wash it.
Yeah, you definitely can. Fubar, what's going on? We're about ready to end the podcast, but you can still get in a random question.
Yeah, let us. Fubar, where you at? What question you have to ask us?
Are you in quarantine?
It's not super comfy. It's
See, that's why we want to get rid of it, Casey, because it is.
the worst.
It's so uncomfortable.
Yeah,
It's bad.
it's terrible.
And when we originally bought it, there was supposed to be like 7 or 9 ways you could rearrange the couch. I've only found 2.
Yeah, that couch has been good to us though.
It has. Like, yeah, the couch has been very good to us since it's actually lasted us a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Like-
for being a cheap couch.
Yeah. I mean, what, 8 years? How long have we been in this house?
Yeah, like 8 years.
Yeah. So, I mean, that was our first big purchase. Actually, that was our
Yeah.
first new furniture piece that we've ever bought. We should be more appreciative of that couch.
I know. It was a big deal that we got that couch.
It was a
actually.
very big deal.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Hold on, folks.
All
I'm
right.
getting a time here.
I'm doing it.
I'm getting a time.
Anyway, guys, we got some random questions. Ask us some random questions, please. Any random question. Casey, you got a random question? Food bar,
hear
random
it.
question? See who else is in here. Vand, you got a random question for us?
Yeah, what do you got?
Don't make me answer.
Oh,
the
here we go.
questions.
What's the one, if you had one last meal, what would it be? Oh my god, steak and tarragon, hands down.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, that's a good last meal.
What would your last meal be?
Oh shit.
Probably fucking eggs.
I'm hoping that I'd be able to cook and I'd probably have like one of my cheeseburgers.
That'd be, yeah. Oh, yeah, that would be a good,
Yeah,
that'd be a good last meal.
that would be a good last meal.
Yeah.
Evan, we're asking random questions. We're about ready to end the podcast. So if you have a random question, ask away.
Yeah.
I will.
Or tell us what your, our random question that we got from a listener was, if you had one last meal, what would it be? Let us
Yeah.
know. Tweet us.
Yeah, tweet us. All right. If you could use a time machine, would you rather have one that goes only back in time or only forward in time?
I think neither.
Neither?
Neither.
Well, all right. I definitely wouldn't use the forward in time one. I'd go back in time. Not to change anything, just to relive and.
In your own life or in like a
It-
era? Like there's so much to that.
Well, it didn't say anything
I need
about
specifics.
your own. No, it just said if you had a time machine, if you could use a time machine, would you rather have one that only goes back in time or only forward in time? Only back because it's shorter back. Yeah,
Ooh,
sure.
that's a good answer.
Yeah, that is a good answer.
Yeah.
I like it. I'd probably go back in time just because, we've talked about this history forever. We watch it on TV. We see all this stuff. That's probably what I'd do. Maybe I'd go back to the Big Bang,
Yeah?
see if that's actually true.
Yeah.
That'd be good.
Yeah.
I'd do that. I think that would. I think just knowing how the universe was created would be a mind-blowing experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, to know for sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. I'd do it. I'd do it.
True.
I'd like to be there, sitting.
Makes me think of like Star Trek.
Yeah, which I love.
Yeah.
Hashtag Star Trek's better than Star Wars.
Yeah. I even got a little Star Trek uniform on.
Yeah,
Well, not on, but my character
yeah.
in my game.
All
Because
right,
I'm not
guys.
normally this obsessed with games.
Yeah.
I got no life.
All right, guys. Thanks for listening. Sorry to the guys that just entered the podcast, but you can follow us on the John Sandwich on Twitter. And thanks for listening. We love you guys. Bye.